Hello guys, and welcome to round 5 of the Club 100 Championship. We're here at Wilter Mill, almost a month ago now, as of me writing this and, well, editing it all together. Because I've been into another school year in year 9, a lot more homework to do, and I've also been trying to stay a bit active. You know, try not to get massively fat and overweight, so Rory will beat me, will humiliate me, absolutely destroy me. I probably absolutely messed up that word right there. But anyways, yeah, we're at Wilter Mill, 1,200 metres long, 12 turns, established in 1991. So it's not actually that old. Like, I think Blackmore Park was like founded in 1958 or something. It's a lot older. I think it's one of the oldest in the UK. But yeah, Wilter Mill. Well, last time we were at Wilter Mill, it went all right. Not my best race, not my worst. I mean, we came third overall, and look, there might be some chance of rain later in the day. But you never know. And look, there I am. So I'm about to do my best Lewis Hamilton impression, my best George Russell impression. Basically any racing driver, talking to the commentators and trying to explain how I'm feeling on the day. You can see I am waiting for my chance to go. So yeah, let's see what I had to say.
Okay, so we'll have the cameras again. Good step across to you, brother, Benji. Benji, how's your day been so far?
I'm good. I've been watching Rory. He's actually managed to do really well today. Got P2 in the end, did a really good recovery drive from having not the best quali, getting from P10, I think it was, to P3 in the pre-final. And he just kind of had a race on his own in that final. I'm kind of hoping for something like him, like a podium today. That'll be really good for my championship. But yeah, I'm just hoping to be as consistent as possible today and yeah, just have some fun.
How have you found this season as a whole so far since we last saw you guys at Buckmore?
Oh, great. Really, really great. I love how the karts drive, how they're two-stroke, not full-stroke like most rental karts are. And the competition is really good as well. And I love how that you always go to different tracks across the UK. So I really love how that works. But I'm finding it really, really competitive, like I said. But I'm trying to think I'll be able to go for a podium in the championship. It's looking good for the moment. But yeah, just trying to keep getting those points.
And do you think racing in Club 100 is something that you want to do in future years as well, with the ladder that's now available?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll definitely do, I think next season I'll be moving up to the junior super lightweights, which is the bigger karts, which are much faster, but I think through the corners are a little bit slower, so I have to adjust to that. But yeah, really, really enjoying it, and can't wait to get it. Want it to never end.
Good stuff, Benji. Well, we'll see how you get on. Best of luck for today, and we'll see you later on.
Thank you.
So, after qualifying, I've managed to get P4 in the A final for the starting grid, for the pre-A final actually. So, hopefully, we'll get a good launch. We're on the outside for the first corner, but we'll be on the inside for the next one. So, trying to stay with P1, P1. And here we go, lights out and away we go. So, first through the first two corners. And we are up into P3 from P4. Jonathan is in first at the moment, and I've got a really croaky voice. And oh, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the guy in front of us is getting very, very slidey actually. Very slidey. Through Christmas corner, I think that's what you call it. Brakes a little bit later than us, but he starts bouncing all over the place. We're right back on his tail. So we can see if we can do any moves, any point on the circuit. We thought about it there for a second, and got a bad, really bad run out of that corner there. Lost quite a bit of time. We need to just stay in their slipstream and we'll be alright. Had to go defensive there from the people from behind. But we're still in P3 after that one. Made up one position so far after the first lap. Are we? We're kind of in the slipstream. We're not fully in the slipstream. Oh, yep, we're in the slipstream. You can just see how powerful that is. Just look how fast we are down the straight compared to him. Get in the slipstream and look at the difference in speed. The difference, and now we're going to send one up the inside. Lovely move. A bit of contact there, but he's going to try and hang it around the outside. And he gets back round us. That's the only thing. If you try and overtake a Christmas corner, they're going to get you back because there's a left-hander afterwards. And it's really hard. You have to get a really good run on them out of Christmas to get the job done. But yeah, trying to find the way past second place here, as first place is just pulling away quite rapidly, and he gets a very bad run out of there. And I've got a very, very good run out of there, so I'm going to go down the inside. But he's going to be on the inside for that corner, and I get a switchback. What a switchback! That was great. And now we're up into P2. And now it's just going to be a question of trying to pull away from the guys behind and trying to catch up with Jonathan, who's in first place. caught up to first place now, but he might be thinking about defending in a second, because I think the next few corners I'm going to be a lot closer, and I'm well within the slipstream range now. Really chucking the car about through that corner before this one, and getting a very good exit, a very, very good exit. Going to the outside, trying to hold my line. He does very good job at defending. He's going to go out wide there, and I'm going to get a lovely switchback. This exactly the same move as I did before, but I had to back out of it there. Even though I was 50% alongside, I didn't think Jonathan had seen me, so I wanted to back out to make sure no massive crash was going to happen, as they always do through that corner. So, getting a very good slipstream and going to the outside, getting squeezed quite a lot up there onto the outside, trying to get a nice switcheroo on first place here, getting back in the slipstream, braking a little bit earlier so I can get a much better exit, which means I've just got much better drive out of the corner. Still on his bumper, first place. He goes very wide there, catch up a lot again. Trying to follow him through here, get a bit of a tow again. Don't think any moves are going to happen here. Or maybe you might get another switchback. No, he covers it off very nicely again. So, going through the final corner once again. Still glued to his bumper for the pre-A final. So, he goes quite wide again. I almost tuck underneath him. That was so close. But I just didn't have the speed off the corner to keep it. Jonathan runs wide again. I'm trying to find a way past Jonathan here. Trying to find a way to get past into first place. Again, he bounces quite wide. He goes very, very wide there. And I get a very nice switchback, but I'm going to be outside for this corner. I'm going to try and get a nice switchback into here. I'm on the inside again, but I just can't make it stick. But Jonathan goes wide because I was on the inside. And I've got a very, very nice... And I'm getting bump drafted from behind, and that's a move done. With a bit of help from Myles Harrison from behind. I think he bump drafted me there. Helped me get the move done. And we're here into the first place now. So let's see if we can hold it for the next few laps. So here we are now. I think I got a pretty bad run out of that corner as I look behind my shoulder and there, Jonathan is already there on my inside. As soon as I look over, I'm trying to get a switchback, immediately try and get back past him. Do a bit of a launch over the curb there, but I have to back out once again because of the final corner. The corner of doom, basically. So, only a few more minutes until this race is over. Not many laps at all. I think there might be only like 2-3 more laps of this race. It's going to be a very close one, as going through Christmas Corner, through Boxing Day, I think this one's called, down into the very, very wide hairpin. Again, I seemed quite strong on the exit of that, but I wasn't going as fast in. So I lost time going into that corner, but gained it on the way out. Like I almost got past Jonathan a few laps ago. But yeah, here we are. Still trying to find a way past. Got a really good run out of there. Trying to find the way past. But I'm not going to make it stick because I'm on the outside once again. Coming through Pit Bend with the notorious curb of doom. Mount Everest. The monster curb. Many names, but nobody really likes the curb. Anyways. Getting in the slipstream again. Can't really go for a move down here because she's defending. So, trying to set myself up for a switchback, but a bit too far back and not had the best run out the corner. As we go down into the hairpin, braking nice and late. He goes very wide once again, and I almost did the same move I did a few laps ago. But he gets a very bad run again. Hits the curb, just unsettles that car, and just makes him bounce all over the track. As you can see, faintly there's a back mark in front, so he might come into play in this race. Again, I seem to be very good on the exits of corners. I'm not very good in going in. I've never been the latest on the brakes and stuff like that, but I've always managed to get like, oh, it's the final lap of the race! It's the final lap! I only just noticed that, but we're still glued to his bumper. I accidentally gave him a bit of a jump, and I'm getting pushed from behind down the straight, and that's just helping me, but he doesn't have to go fully defensive, because I'm just not that close. Again, blue flags are out for the guy in front. Hopefully he'll move out the way in time, but we're gaining on him very rapidly. So again, Jonathan goes very wide, and I almost get tucked back underneath him, trying to find a way past. Can we go and move down into here? No, we're a bit too far back. Can we get a nice switch back down the straight? No, we can't. And he gets in the slipstream of the back marker. That's good thinking from Jonathan, trying to get that tiny bit more speed. And through the final corner, what's going to happen? And I go, oh no, there's a bit of contact, and I'm on the inside. What's going to happen? Am I going to back out? No! Oh, there's contact. No, there's contact, and that's going to be first place in the final, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a penalty or not. And sadly, yes, in the end it was a penalty. So I think I got demoted to 5th after that for that overtake. I just thought by the time I got to the corner I'd be 50% alongside, and I don't think Jonathan thought I was going to go for the move. So he turned in across my front of my car, and that just pushed him off really wide there. But yeah, what a race. A very controversial end, but what a race. So, here we are for the finals, and you can see it's looking like it might rain, and here we go, starting in P5 I think, and here we go, lights out and away we go. So into the first corner, can we make up any positions? You can already see there's a few droplets of rain coming down, and I think I haven't lost any, but I haven't gained any. Oh, never mind, I'm going to get down the inside and tuck into the slipstream of Jack Redfern right in front of me, trying to carve a way through the pack here. Jack Redfern's going to send it down the inside of Alex. They're both going to get compromised, and I almost went for the move there. Now the space opens up, and Alex is on the inside though, but he keeps in front. So going into that corner, which I can't remember the name of, and we are in P4. And look, a big old droplet of water has come down. Two droplets. This is going to be quite annoying, as you can see. You can already see that the understeer is beginning, and there is not going to be much grip, and we lose place. We actually lose a place, and you can see Jonathan sliding all over the place, and he slid. And look, the slippery surface flag's out. As you can see, it is getting very slippery here at Wilton Mill. Oh, and Jonathan's off. Jonathan spun right in front of our eyes, and that is going to be very costly for him in the championship. I'm going to try and break off the rubber here, so I can brake much later and gain on everybody, but it means it compromises me for the next few corners. But as you can see, I have got some good pace here at Wilton Mill in the wet. So coming out of this corner, Alex gets a really good run out of there, really good run. But we're in P3 now, no P4 still. Oh, Myles round, now we're in P3. As you can see, it's all kicking off here. So yeah, in P3, made up 2 places so far. Hopefully we can hold this position for the rest of the race. We can see how slippery it's getting already. And look at that. I almost get past Alex there, but he covers it off very nicely. So, Jack Redfern is pulling a very big margin out at the front of the field, by himself, just pulling away. But we get a very, very nice cut underneath from Alex, and we're into P2. Hopefully we can hold this, and it's going in very hot. And yep, there we go, we're round. But we only lose 1 place. Oh, 2 places, never mind. Only 2 places lost. So we're still in P5 where we started. So we're going to try and get back past. Down the inside we go. Oh, spin. Oh, there comes George. Bonk. And, oh my gosh, we get run over. And, yeah. That's all you're going to see because, well, my camera got run over. It's fine because we can see the footage, but there's not really much else for you to see. So this is all from me for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, it's not actually the end of the video. I'm going to put some Alpha Live and you'll see the carnage. Enjoy.
Outside of Ashby, and also Jamie Warner, I think, having a second visit as well there to the dust on the outside of that, as we've got a driver having to get out of the cart there at just before Inkermans. But we said it in both of our paddock walks earlier today, mate. This track gets greasy quickly with the rain. It's a very rapid transition.
Oh, Hamilton's off again! Hamilton's off again in the boot. That is what can happen. You're on the racing line. It's a bit greasy. You give it a good stab on the brakes normally, and you just go straight on. And there's nothing you can do. In some respects, Hamilton has held on to that quite well. And I think Hamilton's hurt. I think Benji Hamilton is not comfortable here.
Yeah.
You can see him clutching his knee. And look at Ruben Mamelok. Ruben Mamelok is up to 7th place now. Well, he won the B final by 16 seconds.
Josh Byrne making similar types of progress here, Andrew. He's just got into the top 10 from the back of the grid. If you've never driven slick tyres in the wet, it's
baffling.
It's baffling. It's unlike anything else, right? Expect chronic understeer. Expect that giving a bit of power on the accelerator actually helps turn the car. Think of it almost like a power boat. If you don't put some power into it, you're not going to turn as much. Or I also sometimes think of it in terms of a rocket. A rocket doesn't change its direction.
Off was Jay Hansford. Jay Hansford off from 3rd place there.
Yep.
It's got going again, but that's a restart from the grass. So I think that's going to be a penalty. Jonathan Fuxell was also off in the background again.
It depends with the restart on the grass in a way. If he was able to just sort of... there may be some lenience shown. I didn't see a period there. It's up to race control's decision, of course. But I didn't see a period there where the rear axle was spinning up griplessly in the grass, which is the concern with Club 100. Takeout penalty for Ollie Hardy. This is the thing. I've seen some drivers as well attempting a few overtaking moves and it ending in tears here in these conditions as well.
I'm going to put something out to the Club 100 community. We had the question a week or so ago about whether a C2 winner had won a senior sprint overall. Here's one for you all. Have we had a B final winner in a Club 100 sprints event finish on the podium? Because Ruben Mamelok is on course for that at the moment.
Rob Newman has done
Look at the level of rain coming down again here at Wilton Mill. This is very tricky for the drivers. There is Ruben Mamelok, B final winner before this race, the only driver to experience these conditions and the only driver in that B final to not fall off the road. He's got 6 minutes and is quicker than the leaders at the moment.
He's only 8 seconds off the lead, and he's a second a lap faster at the moment. There is Jack Redfern. He's leading the race at the moment. Then comes Alex Dodds in the 32, and there Mamelok's made up another position. He's passed Ben Hamilton now, so up into the podium positions.
And the rain is now coming down harder than it did in the B final. Yeah,
and let's not take away from it. Redfern doing a fantastic job so far to read these conditions and not spin.
Hasn't had a win so far this season.
I fear Josh Byrne may have had a spin or is struggling for pace because his charge up through the field from the back of the grid has ceased somewhat. There you can see Ruben Mamelok coming onto the back of Alex Dodds. What a bizarre set of circumstances here. Well, it's not too bizarre, right? We see plenty of rain here at Wilton Mill, but just the way that it's shaped the racing this afternoon.
Jack Redfern.
And that's it. That's changed for second.
Mamelok is up to second place. This is one of the most remarkable drives I think I've ever seen in any Club 100 sprints race before. Catch a load of this, and there's still 4.5 minutes of this race to go. I think he'll have lost a bit of time on this lap getting past Alex Dodds. We can see him, he's using the karting lines, the wet karting lines, getting off the main normal racing line where the rubber is, and it's very slippy at the moment. He still pulled in 1.6 seconds on that last lap as round goes the number 14 of Julio Valeriani. This is a remarkable run.
So sorry, I said Rob Newman a moment ago when you posed the question. Joe Holmes had a round at Lyd in the sprint where he raced from the back. And there is Alex Dodds getting all out of shape there, and it's allowed, well, Palmer Mobsby had already gone through. I think that's allowed Ben Hamilton through, and possibly Thomas Hughes as well. And in fact, fair play, George Palmer Mobsby is coming up to challenge Ruben Mamelok at this point.
Yeah, Palmer Mobsby has got on top of the conditions as well now. Now Mamelok's trying to say to Palmer Mobsby, no, don't fight me at this stage. Let's keep going. Let's work together and catch the leader. As a moment there, I think that was...
it might have been Alex Dodds into the tyres.
Yeah.
And unlike what we saw from Ruben in the previous race, where it was like that might be a cone warning, that was definitely we saw the tyres scooting across them. So we'll see what race control says about it.
George Palmer Mobsby has had a couple of second places so far this season. He was second place in the so he's up to the same position that he finished the last Alpha Live streamed trophy final for the Super Cadets. That was at Buckmore Park for round number 2. In fact, no, it wasn't, because it was round number 1 that was Buckmore Park. But anyway, round 2 was the last time that he finished in second place. Mamelok's got back through to second place, and they are still closing. 2.957 seconds closed in on the leader, Jack Redfern, on that last lap alone.
And Redfern does have traffic in front of him. Yeah. He has drivers a lap down. Now, if those drivers are making mistakes and he has to avoid, he loses a whole heap of time here. Although there is very good heads-up driving, I have to say, from Giulio Valeriani to realise that the drivers a lap up from him are coming through with the blue flags being shown to him. And that's changed back. That's Mamelok through.
Yep.
Sorry, had you just mentioned
he got that one through on turns 1 and 2, closing in on the leader all the time.
This is going to be an amazing finish. But yeah, as I said, we have seen... once, I can think, in the seniors where we've seen a driver come through from a B final win to take a round win. But this is so unusual. And
Joe Holmes is not a bad name.
I was going to say
in the same sentence as
no,
in that regard.
No,
and not with the same sentence of so and so was overtaken by Joe Holmes.
Yes.
90 seconds to go. Mamelok at the moment has got the attentions of Palmer Mobsby behind. What did they gain on that last lap? 0.6 of a second. The gap is now 1.7. They just need to work together for one more lap to close in Jack Redfern. Jack Redfern's still doing a great job. And in fact, is the track at that point where it's going to start coming back?
I mean,
it feels like the intensity of the rain has dissipated away.
Other drivers who are really on the pace, Jamie Warner is in the 113s, as is Jonathan Fuchsell. Those are the only two drivers I can see out there who last time around managed... Oh, no, excuse me, Charlie Wainwright has just managed a 113 as well. So those are all drivers who seem to be getting back on the pace quickly here.
But that was the other aspect of Mamelok's race in the B final. He wasn't able just to keep it on the road when it was wet. He also got back on the pace quicker than other drivers when it started to dry out. There's going to be one more lap to go. Can Jack Redfern hold on for a first race victory this year in the Super Cadets for Club 100 2022? Or can Ruben Mamelok complete one of the most remarkable races I think we've ever seen on an Alpha Live streamed race here in Club 100? Or can George Palmer Mobsby take a big step forward in the championship battle? Palmer Mobsby down the inside trying to take second place.
Ben Hamilton's coming on the scene. That's him there coming in on the action, and he's bringing Jamie Warner for the party as well, and he's going to have a look down the inside of Palmer Mobsby. This is all for position between these four drivers, and this might be very much a gift for Jack Redfern, because it's surely going to give him some protection if they're all fighting in amongst themselves.
Hamilton down the inside. takes second place, has got back on the pace. Quick has got the temperature in the tyres. But this is all good news for Jack Redfern, who in the wet conditions has kept his head, was under pressure from those behind, was being caught by 3-4 seconds a lap at some point. But Jack Redfern takes race victory and round victory for round 6 over the line. It's going to be Hamilton from Mamelok, and an unbelievable drive from Ruben Mamelok, who holds onto a spot on the podium.